Hello? Hello, guys. You guys can see me. Hello, guys. Good morning. Good, very good morning. Ooh, very good morning to you guys. Yeah, I've been stressed out lately because I just have a lot going on. And this cup makes me feel less stressed because that's a straw, which is which is cute. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, branding and marketing. Right. And the reason I'm touching on this topic is because I believe a lot of people need to understand what it actually means to run a business and or let me say a brand, right? And I'll say one of the most or two of the most important aspects of your business is your brand and also it's your brand and your marketing, so to say, right? So, what's the major difference between your brand, what we call branding, and what would say marketing is, right? So, let me give you an analogy. So, let's say that you sell um um beans and stew, right? Ewa going. Um, your branding would be like the special sauce that the beans has. Like people know that beans for having that unique sauce that they've not tasted anywhere else, right? Your marketing would be getting people to want to eat their first um first spoon. Let me put it that way of of your beans, right? So branding is what makes you stand out, or your what makes you stand out basically from the other sea of competitors. While marketing is how you can get people to take action, favorable action towards your brand. That means buying what you sell, buying your services, whatever it is. It's just making them favor you above the others, right? So that is marketing. Everything that it takes to get people to make that buying decisions, abi, because we all know that resources are scarce. eh, we know that resources are scarce, right? And there's not a lot to go around. So your ability to brand properly and your ability to brand properly influences your marketing. So I'll say that before you can even go on to start marketing, you have to have your branding figured out. And I have a whole, I think almost 2 hours class of me talking about branding, right? All I did was just talk about brand. I need you to see that class. I think it is under the printing money on WhatsApp this thing that I did. You check the live section in my YouTube channel. You see it under printing money on WhatsApp. Day one, building an irresistible personal brand. Right? That's what I need you to watch. You need to watch that video. I talked a lot on branding because I may not be able to cover all of that. Today, I'm just going to be explaining why your branding matters, why your branding matters along with your marketing, right? The problem I see, even me, I had that problem when I started earlier this year. I didn't pay attention to the branding of my content creation because I just didn't care. I didn't care much about it. But I'll tell you, there's no point marketing if your brand is bad, right? If your brand does not communicate what you do and how you are different, you have no there's no point marketing, because you can tell people, oh, I do this, I do this, I do this, but you see, the good branding is what will give them that trust, right? Good branding is what will give them the trust to go ahead with with working with you or with your business. And for a lot of businesses, their branding is it's just something else. It's horrible. And so when they come to me and they say, Kita, I want to work with you as an influencer, I say no. No, thank you. Because your branding is good and people are going to associate that bad branding with me too. If I um it means I'm endorsing your brand, right? And your brand doesn't look too good. So that's also going to affect my own reputation. Right. So all I'm trying to say here is um don't forget, you have to watch that class immediately after you leave this one if you've not already seen it, because that one is more extensive. But all I'm saying here is, before you go ahead to start doing marketing or to start marketing your business, to start talking about your business, to start saying, oh, buy from me, hey, buy from me, hey, buy from me, make sure that you have your branding figured out, right? And let me just give like a brief difference between what branding covers and what marketing covers. So in branding, we're looking at the purpose of your business. We're looking at your consistency. We're looking at the emotions that you want your buyers to associate with your brand, right? When they think of your brand, do you want them to feel happy? Do you want them to feel motivated? Do you want them to feel some sort of sympathy? What exactly is the emotion you want them to associate to your brand, right? We're looking at flexibility, we are looking at loyalty, we are looking at competitive awareness, right? How does your brand, what separates your brand from all the other brands that exist, right? But when we're looking at marketing, we're looking at products, we're looking at price, we're looking at promotion, we're looking at the place, we're looking at the people, we're looking at packaging, we're looking at the process, right? So um there's like there's not like they are that far apart, but they both play into each other. So branding helps marketing, marketing helps branding. Marketing is almost like brand awareness. Let's tell people about this brand that we have created. But then again, I'll tell you what a brand is. A brand is the gut feeling people have about your business, right? A brand is your brand, like is the gut feeling people have about your business. So when I think about your business, do I think, oh, this brand is for expensive people? This brand, do I think, oh, just anybody can access this brand? It's for people that cannot afford a lot, right? And one of the major things I see a lot of people do when they just start business is they think that everything they sell has to be affordable. Like what you sell has to be affordable for people to want to buy from you, which is far from the truth. It does not have to be affordable. It does not have to be affordable. When you start to think about big brands, like let's start to think about big brands. I'm looking at brands like Apple, brands like uh which other brands do I know that are killing it and they are not affordable. If you look at if you look at what's it called? These car brands, of course, most of these things are expensive, but people are still buying them, which means it has nothing to do with being cheap. right? It has to do with being desirable, like that people want it, people need to want it. So everything you say, oh, this thing is affordable, this thing is affordable, it's not really the only way for you to sell whatever you have, right? And branding is what will make that difference. Branding is what will help people understand that although this thing is not affordable, you still need it, you can still want it, right? You can still desire it, even though not. That's where branding comes in. So branding, you don't when you if you truly brand your business well, you can charge whatever you want, right? You can charge whatever you want. Well, also you have to be smart because honestly, your branding cannot rise above the country you are in, which was a tough lesson that I did learn. Like I mean, I've been going to business school, you guys. I'm in business school. So I did learn that your branding cannot rise above the country you're in. So basically, if you're in Nigeria, there's only so much you can sell that will be that expensive, right? Because a lot of people are poor, which is sad. But then, as I was saying, your ability to brand your business well makes a lot of difference in how much you're able to charge, in how long you're able to stay in business, right? For a lot of people charge because you are branding based on affordability. Right? You're telling people that this my brand, or the reason why you should buy from me, or what we do is mostly we are the most affordable. You can if you brand based on being the most affordable, it's a race to the bottom. Why? Because there'll always be a brand that is more affordable than than your brand, right? There'll always be a brand that is more affordable than your brand. So you can't really brand based on affordability. Somebody will always be cheaper than you. You can't always say, oh, you should buy from me because like this my whole brand were affordable. Somebody is going to be more affordable than you. And when you call high prices, people will remind you that you said your brand is supposed to be affordable. This is not affordable, which means you cannot really take profits. Which means you cannot take profit. And if you cannot take profit, your business is going to hell. Right? If you cannot take profit, your business is going to hell. Honestly, it's one of the biggest mistakes newbie entrepreneurs make. Myself, I'm still a newbie. But a lot of people, you price your products in a way that you cannot make gains. Like even if you make gains, like it's peanuts. It's peanuts. It's not enough to change anything in your life. Why? Mostly because you are pricing based on affordability, right? And it doesn't work that way. So for you to truly brand your business, um, give me a second. For you to truly brand your business, right? You must consider where you are positioning yourself, which is what I just explained now. I explained that you should try not to position yourself as the cheapest option, right? It doesn't matter if you are cheap and it's quality that you are producing, people will still see you as the cheapest option. So it's not like they are only coming because they cannot afford what they truly want. Like they can't afford to pay for the one that they want. That's why they are coming to you because you are cheap, which doesn't help your brand, right? You want to position the best way, I would say the best way for you to position yourself would be um the best as the best that their money can buy, as the best that their money can buy. Right? Instead of saying we are the most affordable, right? We are the best. Let them figure that okay, this thing is affordability is really differs from person to person, right? A person 10K may be affordable for one person, 20K may be affordable for one person, 30K may be affordable for another person, right? It just differs. It's not the same for everybody. So you don't want to brand as an affordable. Don't do that to yourself, right? Take profits. Brand as the best. This is the best that your money has to offer. Oh. This is the best though. That's how you brand. But then if you are selling commodities, things that they can get anywhere, which I think I've mentioned this to some people. Like, oh, what if the thing I'm selling, anybody else can sell it? So what is going to happen? Who are the people on the live? I don't know. Say hi or say hello. Nothing. Okay, no problem. Um, so you want to make sure that it's you forget about don't just be all about the price when you're branding, right? You want to focus on the benefits. You want to focus on why they need what you are selling, why they need what you are selling. And if it's something that you sell that is a commodity that anybody else can sell, you want to focus on why they need to be buying from you instead of the others, right? Make sure that the price is not everything when it comes to you marketing whatever it is that you sell, right? So focus on the benefits. How does it benefit the user? How does it benefit the user? That's all we talk about when it comes to like brand positioning. Also, you have to consider your brand personality. And the reason we really consider brand personality is because these days people no longer want to see businesses as just business. They want a business that they can relate to, a business that has a vibe, right, that they can feel connected to. There's a lot of um big businesses use influencers to kind of give a personality to their brands. So these people can, have them in mind that, oh, I've seen this person use this thing, and this influencer has this certain personality that you can attach to the brand, right? So your brand personality is very important. Your brand has to have some sort of energy that it gives off. It has to have a kind of feeling, a kind of vibe. There was a day I was asking my community members, I was like, what vibe do you get when you relate to my brand? And everybody will say, money vibe, which is true. That's the way I branded myself. So you have to have some sort of feeling, right, that your brand evokes in the minds of your audience, right? Are you a formal brand? Are you very serious? When people interact and engage with your business, do they get this vibe of seriousness or formality? Or do they get this vibe of, this brand is a funny brand, you know, brands like Cracks TV, brands like Cracks TV, very funny brand, right? Um, do they feel luxury? Brands like Bella Niger Weddings, is that it? Bella Niger Weddings, yeah. Um, do they feel? Do they feel? Yeah, the most one luxury. Do they feel like it's funny? How do they feel when they interact with your brand? Right? They have to feel something. If they're not feeling anything, it means you're not doing a good job with your branding. You're not doing a good job. It has to be very emphasized. How are they supposed to feel? Do they feel like, okay, this brand is a feminine, it gives off this um feminine feeling, you know so you want to kind of give your brand a personality. Give your brand a personality. All right. Another thing that you would need to consider is your brand promise. Your brand promise. What exactly are you claiming, right, to do? So this brand promise is the part where it interacts with your marketing, where branding interacts with marketing. What is that big thing that your brand is saying it's going to do? For my own brand, my major promise is that I can make you your first million, right? I can make you your first million. That's the major promise that I make along with each video I make, each whatever it is that I do. I just tell people that okay, I can get you to your first um million, right? Oof, oops. I can get you to your first million, right? And yeah, so your brand promise is what kind of connects you to your audience, right? And if it creates that mental connection between what you do or what you sell and what your customers are expecting from you, right? There's a brand I follow on IG, Dang Lifestyle. A brand has been there for a while, but you know that the major promise that she makes is that your your skin can be better, like clear skin, shiny face, all of that juicy stuff, right? Just by using our products. And because she mentioned, oh, they are professionally tested, they are they are good, they are this, and she delivers on that. So your inability to deliver on the promise that you've made about your brand, if you make a promise about your brand and you're unable to deliver, right, it's going to affect your brand negatively. It's going to affect your brand negatively. You guys, sorry I'm not giving 100% energy. I'm very stressed. I've been stressed lately, like very, very stressed. But I also know that we need to finish this 30-day class. Today is day 26. Today is day 26. I mean day 25. Is it day 26 or day 25? I think today is day 20. Don't even know anymore. So the major thing is that when you are promising people stuff with your brand, make sure it's something you can do. Don't go and over promise. Don't go and over promise. Make sure it's something that you can do. What's doing this one like this? God, I beg. Make sure that it's something that you can do. Don't go and promise things that you cannot do just because you want to compete in the market, right? It's going to bite you in the back. Make sure that you're promising them things that you can actually do, you can actually fulfill. Don't over and a lot of small businesses do this. Don't over promise. So if you over promise, you will most likely under deliver, because you have to make a promise, but make sure it's something that you can do. So another thing that you really really need, to make your branding more efficient, what's going on, is to have a brand story. Your brand has to have some sort of story around it that makes it that gives people like this feeling, that evokes a feeling or like an emotion in your audience. Like if your brand does not have a story, like people cannot really connect with the brand. It's just like when you meet somebody for the first time, one of the first things that, what's going on, it's just like when you meet somebody for the first time, one of the first things that you kind of um want to know is their story, is their life history. So you start to banter and ask questions. Oh, why are you here? What do you do? What are your hobbies? What are this? What are this? What are they, if you care about like getting to know them anyways. So you want people to kind of know you. Like people need to feel like they know your brand. And the best way to do that is through storytelling, right? Having a brand story. It's through having a brand story. Of course, you can easily craft out a brand story. And I think I have some notes on how to do that. I hope I like it notice on here. Oops. Hmm. Okay. Well. Notes are not here though. But in order to tell your brand story, you need to know the following things. Who are you? Right? That means you need to understand what your business is all about. What do you do? What can you do for them? Why are you doing what you do? Right? These are questions that you want to answer. Why are you doing what you do? What is in need for them? So what do they stand to gain from you doing what you do? And where do you see yourself in like 4 5 years? Those with those questions, you should be able to create like a brand story for yourself, or like a story about why you started your brand, or what, just a story about your brand. And the thing about stories is, first, it helps people trust you better, it helps people understand you, kind of gives this vibe of authenticity, and it helps you maintain consistency. So um one of the other things that you need to know about branding is that you have to have a personal brand. That is, you as an entrepreneur, you need to have your own a brand, like your personal brand, and then you have the business brand, and then your personal branding will help your business branding to thrive. So the combined efforts between your personal branding and your business branding is what will help with your marketing. People don't just want your business to just be a business. They want to kind of understand the people behind the business, or the person behind the business, or the founder, co-founder. They want to understand whoever is behind that brand, right? So it's not just about you creating a brand, right? It also has to, the people that are um that are going to buy from the brand need to feel like they know you as the owner of the brand. And that's what I explained under that printing money on WhatsApp. Please, no matter what, you make sure you watch that video. How many hours is it? It's very long, but I touch a lot of concepts. I just don't want to be repeating myself. I don't want to go ahead and just be repeating everything I've said in that video. So I talked on building an irresistible personal brand. And then a video after that, here, I think I said, a video after that, I talked on building a business brand. So the combined efforts of your personal brand and your business brand will act as leverage to push your brand forward, and to push your business forward. Now, the good thing is, if you get your branding right, marketing is going to be easy. If your branding is good, marketing is going to be easy for you. If people can trust you as a person, like just your personal brand, people trust you that, okay, this person is an amazing person, this person is a consistent person, this person says what she does what she says she will do. Then with your business brand, people are going to trust that you are going to deliver, right? And because you are delivering in your business, it's going to help your personal brand, which will foster more growth. And because you are delivering with your personal brand, it's going to help with your business, which will foster more growth. The only downside is, if you do bad, it will affect both. If you do bad, it will affect both. So there's just a, please watch that video. Watch the video. It's too, I covered too much in that video. You just need to watch it, and it's, I broke it down that even if you don't know anything about business, um even if you don't know anything about business, you'll be able to build a brand just off of that video, right? But I want you to know that the better you are at standing out from the competition, the more money you are going to make, right? The more lives you are going to change with your products. And the better your marketing is going to be, because it's easier to sell something that looks good, something that makes people feel good, something that has a reputation of being good, than it is for you to sell something that is just there, something that is empty, right? If you do your branding well, and branding covers your graphics, that's what we call the brand identity. If the way you talk, understanding your target audience, right? Branding covers who you are, your customers are. You need to understand them well. And I think I've talked about that before. You need to understand your customers. Branding covers that. So the better you are at understanding your customers, creating a good brand identity, understanding your tone, just basically the better you are at branding, the better you can market, or the more you can market, or the more money you can make. So branding essentially helps you make more money. And branding is long term. Long term. So when you're branding, most of the things you do for branding, it's not about right now, it's about later, like future. We're thinking in the future, right? Branding is not something that will generate you instant results. Like right now, you are branding, you're already getting results. No. Branding will generate you results in the long term. So, and it's not a one-time thing. Branding is a continuous process, right? It is reaffirming your message, saying, okay, this is what we do. This is why we did. So you have to continue to do that. You have to continue to get better with your branding. So it's not, don't feel like you have to have your branding all figured out right now, right? It takes time for you to build a solid brand. It takes time because there are a lot of things that you need to consider. Um, there are just so many things that you need to consider. Honestly, I'll just say that after this video, please go to that video, watch the entire thing. Watch the entire thing. I don't even want to be repeating myself. I talked about pillars of personal branding. I talked about creating your personal brand, how to get on a new platform, how to brag without bragging, all of those important stuff. Please watch the video. It's so extensive. It's so extensive, right? And I can't say you cannot do business without having a good brand. Oh. You'll be leaving money on the table. You'll be leaving a lot of money on the table. For me, as a person, as a content creator, this background branding, the hair on my head branding, the clothes I'm wearing branding, almost everything that has to do with me, because it's a personal brand, has affects my brand. So if I do it anyhow, it also affects the way people see me, right? So basically, all I'm saying is, you have to take your branding seriously because it affects your marketing. And that I have made a full video that you have to watch. You must watch it. Over 1,000 people have seen that video, and have left great reviews. You have to watch the video, kind of understand what branding really, really entails, and how you can do it for yourself. So once you now have your branding figured out, you now market using the organic or inorganic content marketing, all the different types of marketing. You use that to market the brand that you've already created that looks good. If I tell you that this is going to be a 1 month process, it's a lie. It's not something that you can do in a month. It will take you time, right? It will take you time. All right, guys. Well, I'll show you the video that you need to watch to really, really get branding. Printing money on WhatsApp, day one, building a solid brand. So you guys should check out that video. It's 2 hours long. That's how much it takes to explain what branding is. It's not some small distance. I don't really have enough time to go deeply into it today, which is why I'm just touching the surface and giving you reasons why you need to understand that branding is important for your business, right? So I need you to, after this video, go to that video, maybe now, maybe later in the night, watch the video and learn about creating a brand that can scale. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry, I have to go. I have to go. Imagine. Even my light is telling me that I have to go. All right. So tomorrow's class, I'm sure my people are not here because they would have commented. Probably the people that came for today's live are new. Are new. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so tomorrow we're talking about creating great offers. I don't have any video on that one, so I'm going to go in depth on it in tomorrow's class. So, I'm not going to the gym. Oh. I want to rest. I'm not feeling too good. I think people can even notice. I'm not even feeling good at all. I'm just managing myself. So please check out the video. If you've not seen it, check it out. I'll see you guys later. I want to go and just rest. Rest until I start to feel good. So you guys have a lovely day. I hope that if you have any questions for me, just you can ask now. Maybe I can take a couple of questions. But if it's something that's already in that video, there's no this. Just go and watch the video. Okay, guys. Well, have a lovely day. Since there are no questions, people will not ask me questions. But go and check the other video out, and so that you can learn one or two things about branding. Not even one or two things. Your notes will be filled up with that class. Right. I'll see you guys. Bye.